My pregnant sister announced her baby's name at Christmas dinner, and I made sure it was the last time she ever said that name out loud. 8 years ago, mention of my name. I have kept my mouth shut through all of it because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. The Christmas gathering had been exactly what I expected. My mother hugged Harper for 30 seconds and gave me a brief nod without making eye contact. My father asked Harper about her promotion and her new house and her husband's latest golf trip. And then he turned to me and said, "Still doing that receptionist thing?" before walking away without waiting for an answer. When we sat down for dinner, Harper was positioned right next to our grandmother in one of the nice chairs, while I got squeezed into a folding chair from the basement at the corner of the table. Then Harper stood up with an ultrasound in her hand and clinked her glass like she was about to give the most important speech of her life. "I have an announcement," she said, practically glowing. "I'm having a baby girl." Everyone cheered while I smiled and waited for this moment to be over. "And I've decided to name her Ivy." The room went quiet because everyone knew that name. "I know that carries a lot of weight in this family," Harper continued, and her voice started to shake. "But I want my daughter to know that healing is possible, that grace is stronger than tragedy." She looked directly at me. "I was there that night. I saw what happened. I've had to live with those memories for 8 years, and it almost broke me." She walked around the table and let go. I pulled my hands away from her so hard that she stumbled backward into the table and knocked over 2 glasses of wine. "You don't get to forgive me," I said. "You're not the victim in this story." Harper's face went hard. "Are you serious right now? I'm trying to do something nice for you, and you're making a scene at my baby announcement?" My mother stood up. "Let's all just take a breath and calm down," but I was done being calm. "You weren't in the passenger seat that night, Harper." My father slammed his hand on the table. He said at me, "You've needed help for years, and we've all just been too polite to say it. You killed your best friend, and you've never been able to live with it, so now you're trying to drag me down with you." My mother grabbed my arm. "Honey, please, let's go outside and talk." I pulled away from her. "And you weren't sober." The room went, "Tell everyone how I really got this scar, Harper? Or should I?" The color drained from her face completely. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. "This is from your bottle," I said. "The one that shattered against my arm when you lost control and hit that tree because you had been drinking at that party. A sober teenager in a tragic accident is just a tragedy, but a drunk teenager who kills her passenger is a felony." My grandmother put her hand over her heart and whispered, "Oh my God," but I kept going. "You were so scared that you begged me to say I was driving. I was 17 and bleeding and in shock, and my best friend was gone in the seat behind me. And you looked me in the eyes and asked me to take the blame so you wouldn't go to prison." Harper was sobbing so hard she could barely stand. I picked up my coat and looked at her one last time. "You know what? Naming your baby Ivy is actually perfect. You're going to have plenty of time to think about what you did to her."